Afternoon, Donald. How are we doing today?
Well,
Awesome, fantastic. So, thanks for joining us today. We're going to go through your WHY.os, your why discovery, and understand why do you do what you do, how do you do it, and what do you bring to the world. So, bear with me for a moment, and let's get this going. So, let me know when you can see
I
Donald. All right, awesome. So, Donald, going through the why discovery with you. So, based upon your results, your why is a better way. Your how you bring things to life, your why to life, is through challenge, and what you add is contribute. So, you believe that success happens when you find a better way and you're able to share it. That's what motivates and drives you. How you do that is by challenging the status quo. You think very differently than other people. And ultimately, what you bring is a way to add value, contribute to others, making lives better. So that is your why, how, and what. So if I may, let me dive deeper into your why, which is a better way. Okay, so in summary, you believe there's always a better way to do things. You're an ultimate innovator. You're constantly seeking to do things a better way because you can't stop yourself. You
that's
contribute
true.
in the world by creating better processes and systems and processes, and you generally operate at a very high level and high energy because guess what? It's the better way to do things, right?
It truly is.
It truly is. So, when we're looking at your why, we look at traits, we look at challenges, we look at the solutions. There's areas in here that you can dive deeper into around personal relationships, work relationships, parental relationships, and career choices. We're going to dig into a couple of these areas here. So, as I said, better way, you're an innovator, seeking to do things better. You just find yourself wanting to improve virtually everything, right? That desire to improve the world, desire to improve, not only your personal but professional lives, right? You're constantly asking questions about, well, what if we did this differently, right? What if we did this? What if we did that? How can we make things better? You just want to contribute to better processes, systems, right? You're often wanting to make sure that people are satisfied, right? You're also excellent at associating things that happen to make things better. So you're taking disciplines or better ways from other places and apply them to other areas. So ultimately, solving goals by improving them by using different processes from different disciplines. Does that resonate with you?
Oh, absolutely it does. That is definitely my personality.
So this is your why. This is what motivates you. This is what energizes you. So when you're doing things a better way, is your energy higher or lower?
Oh, absolutely. It's much higher. It drives other people crazy actually because I get all excited about something and did you know? And how about if we did? And not everybody is receptive to that.
Right, right. Awesome, fantastic. So let's get to that challenge, right? So when somebody has got a high, better way, right, the challenge is that that everything has got to be different, right? So you're always challenging the right way all the time, right? So you always want to make things better, right? So you're constantly improving everything. And sometimes people don't want to be improving, right? So you're always like, how do we make it better? I mean, just from a personal perspective, and I find this because I'm a better way person, when we want to go to a restaurant, all of a sudden, hey, we pick a restaurant, 5 minutes later, I'm like, so what about this place? Well, could we go here, right? So we're always trying to improve. I call it we're on the hamster wheel, always trying to improve everything, which, to your point, can frustrate others, right?
Hmm.
Hmm. Right? So again, we're always looking to improve. So when we're looking at this, again, when we're looking through our eyes, so we're looking through the world through those eyes, those rose tinted glasses, not everybody sees the world through our eyes. So one of the potential solutions around this is, again, not to reduce that, but one of the things that we've got to understand is sometimes things don't have to be better. Sometimes it's good enough. So one of the things that we've got to be cognizant of, and this is why we surround people that we surround ourselves with, is we should ask it, is it good enough? Is version 1.0 good enough so that we can move forward? Stop tinkering. Stop trying to really, tweak every little thing and move on. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, although I'm usually pretty good at saying, yeah, it's pretty good. This is working. I'm not a detail guy.
Right.
I'm a big picture guy. So when I start digging into details, I get all, it doesn't work.
Right, right. But I would say some people that work around you will probably say, well, hold on a minute. When I bring this to Donald, he's trying to improve it, right? So I
Oh
have
yeah.
the same problem. Somebody will give you something. What first comes out of my top pocket is a pen, right? Improve that, right? Tweaking. We can't help ourselves.
Can't help it.
Can't help it, right? So good. So I think one of the things is for us as Better Way people, we just to be cognizant, and it sounds like you are. Hey, this is good enough. Let's move on, right?
Yep,
All right,
absolutely.
awesome. Cool.
I like to live on the 80% rule.
80% rule is awesome. Fantastic. Right. So again, just in relationships, both in personal and professional relationships, we are the fun people, right? We are fun to be around because we're always challenging. We want to make things new. We always want to be better. Experiences are big for us, right? So new
Hmm.
experiences, new places to go, new restaurants are always thing. We're always looking for experiences. Would you agree?
Oh, most definitely. That's like huge in my list of things.
Right. Okay. So one thing just to be cognizant of that is it can be exhausting for others, right? So to keep up with the latest, right? To be looking at new things. Again, I go back to, your glasses versus others. Um, when we've got lots of energy and lots of fun and we want to try new things, some people don't want that. So again, just with regards to relationships, both personal and professional, that could also be tiring for others. So even though it's fun to be around, sometimes we can be tiring.
Andrew, you might want to scroll up a little bit because you've got a stop sharing button
Ah,
right in the middle of everything.
thank you very much. There you go. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. So again, as we start looking at this, right, the challenges, make sure that as we're going through the challenge, that a better way, that we're always looking, not only looking for new and creative things, but understanding that sometimes this can cause stress for others. So with that, why don't we dive into how do we how um, improves or amplifies our why? So you've got an interesting how. Your how is to challenge. You are, what it means is what you do is challenging the status quo. You think differently. You look outside of the box or conventional way of doing things. You find unique ways, right? I would say you don't follow the rules. You don't come outside the lines. You're a non-box person. Very, very creative to find new and creative ways of doing things. Does that resonate with you?
Oh yeah, the military and I didn't do well because of that.
Yeah, because they want to put you in boxes, right?
Yes, they are all about the boxes.
They're all about the box. So you want freedom, right? You want, and this is where your how, this is your unique how to do things better way. You find new ways to do things that are rebellious, not the classical way, right? You got that uncanny ability that not many people have to notice new ways of doing things and bringing those new solutions to life, right?
Hmm.
Mm. Right. So you can probably understand having those characteristics has challenges, right?
Yes, it does.
Right. So one of the biggest challenges you have is actually one of the challenges is many people are unaware of how unconventional you are. They don't appreciate this unique gift that you may have. And others don't find those solutions kind of odd or strange or different. Right? They just don't understand it. Would you agree?
Oh, most definitely, because I'll make suggestions and it's like, oh, I never do it that way. This is the way you do it.
Right, right. So those uncanny ways of coming up with new and creative ways is important to you, but as you just articulated, people don't see it in that way, right? So I would say that people with the characteristics of challenge sometimes feel misunderstood or undervalued, right? And sometimes don't get the support because of that different way of looking at things, right? The different norms. So one of the solutions around this to overcome some of the challenges, actually to let people know that you do have this how of challenge, why you think outside the box, why this is important to you, right? Why is it important for people to bring problems to you? Because you bring a fresh set of eyes to everything, right? You are a non-box person. You're going to bring new insights, new perspective, and new ideas to the norms. You're going to think outside of the box, and you're going to really bring creative ideas that many people don't think of. So by bringing this, you can bring new, creative, and simple ideas to the process and challenge the process that can get you to different places quicker, faster, and easier than people could ever imagine. Do you agree?
Most definitely. Yeah, because it's outside of the box thinking. It's like, well, and I have experience over here doing this thing, and that concept can apply beautifully here.
Yes, yes. So trying to pigeonhole you into a seat that is very rigid and very controlled is not the best resource that you can bring to the table. So you coming to the table and thinking if they want to break the box, they want to break into a new area, break into a new mode or an environment or a product or a solution, you will be somebody that they should bring in because you're a better way and a challenger. You can absolutely bring new insight, new value, new creativity into that can rapidly move an organization or people forward. Would you agree?
Yes, absolutely. That's why I feel I can bring a lot to Protege.
Awesome.
Or you,
Fantastic.
for you guys too, I think. Well,
Yes.
you being of the same mindset might be a bit of a challenge, but we can, you get two of those kinds of minds going, and God only knows what you'll have happening.
Right. But I'm not a challenger. So your characteristics are very important to me in organizations, right?
Hmm.
By the way, in challenge, as you'll see it up here, is there's not a lot of people in challenge, right? Not a lot of people in the world are challengers, right? One of the most famous challengers out there, right? Apple, right?
Okay.
They built a whole organization on challenge. Bill Gates was a challenger, right? So look where Apple came.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
let's have a look at the what you bring to the world, right? So as we bring your what is contribute. Now, again, just reminding when you're a better way challenge, your promise to the world is to contribute. So contribute means you ultimately bring ways to add value to others. You provide solutions that make difference. You make impacts on other people's lives, right? You don't have to
Hmm.
be the face of the cause, but you want to add in a meaningful way, right? Now, what you want is your solutions cause that ripple effect that enhances people around you. So you very much want to add value to others. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Most all the time. That's why the concept I came up with, I offered it to Carl and Chris. It's like, look, this could make us put us on the world stage.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
So adding
it
value.
wasn't totally new to them, but
Yeah. So one of the things that people with the contribute in their makeup is they see group victories as personal victories. You're often behind the scenes. You want to make the world better. You want to make teammates better. You're committed to people. You often act as the glue that holds everybody together, right? You want to create solutions that add value to others. Would you agree?
yes,
Uh,
absolutely. I've been doing that for 24 years in the group I'm in, and I'm done doing it because it's not appreciated.
isn't that interesting? Not appreciated. So therefore, if you're not appreciated, you get demoralized and demotivated, correct?
Yes, so you have no idea how. That's why when I found this group, it was a very different world. I knew I was home.
Hey, okay, that's a very, very key learning for people out there is the power of being engaged and motivated versus demotivated. Because when you become demotivated, you look for exits, correct?
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
And by the way, I found that myself as well. So awesome. So the challenge with people with the what of contribute is sometimes you tend to overcommit. because you want to commit to and contribute to a lot of causes and enterprises, sometimes the word no is hard for you. You want to say yes a lot. Would you agree to that?
Oh, absolutely. I know damn well how bad I say yes and I overcommit myself constantly.
Right,
And all of a sudden, next thing I know, I've got wait a minute, I got 17. Oh, I can't do all that. Now I got to make an adjustment.
right. Okay. So again, contribution to you equals success, and therefore saying no falls on deaf ears. It hurts inside, right? So it's a struggle for you, and you've got to readjust and recommit. So awesome. So one of the solutions to this, and this is one of the things I coach people with, is again, consider your time as ROI, return on invested. Where can you put the most effort to get the most reward, not only for you, but the people that you're committing to? So when you're looking at people that are coming with solutions or offers to you, one of the things you need to do is ask yourself, if I agree to this, will this enable me to make the maximum contribution that I can possibly can? When you ask that question, you've got to look at all the things that are on your plate. And if the answer to that is yes, what do you take off your plate? If the answer to that is no, we don't say the word no. We say, at this present moment in time, I can't commit to that because I can't give you back the value that you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got to change our mindset from saying yes or no to yes, I'm going to do this because it's going to add value, or not yet because I can't add the value you need. So we're not saying no. That helps the mindset.
That's when you frame it that way.
Right. So Donald, as we look at your why, so again in 3 lines, this is a very easy 3 lines that you can deliver to people. So why? You believe that success happens when you find a better way and you're able to share it. How you do that is by challenging the status quo and thinking differently. And ultimately what I bring is a way to contribute and add value that impacts others. When you're looking at roles or you're looking at organizations or you're looking at opportunities, this is the way that you look at yourself and position yourself, put yourself in the right seat in the right bus to add value that motivates and drives you and the organizations forward. Not having these in a role or something that you're working on demotivates you. So when you're looking at opportunities, you've always got to look at those opportunities in these eyes, because this will drive you forward, but also being able to articulate this to others. So as a bonus today, what we've got for you is we actually have a 1 page. So we give this to everybody that goes through this, but we actually give you a 1 page that you can print out or send over an email to individuals so they can literally understand you in 1 page. This will help you articulate who you are, why you do what you do, your motivator, how you do it, what you bring to the world, and your promise, what you deliver. These 3 segments you can actually give to somebody and show who you are in moments.
Andrew, I have to tell you, your timing is impeccable for this. I'm putting up my personal website right now, donaldreynolds.com, and
Oh,
trying to make that consistent across my social media footprint.
awesome.
So your timing is amazing.
Fantastic. A couple of quick questions from this. So, from this quick discovery, how accurate do you think it is?
I would say it's spot on.
Awesome, fantastic. So you mentioned there around motivating and demotivating. So if people understood this about you, do you think they could easily motivate you?
Yeah, probably quite so.
Right. And you're a person that's going to be looking at buying businesses, correct?
Oh, I'm looking at buying a few businesses, not just one.
So imagine understanding this level of individuals that are going to be part of those businesses. How powerful would that be to understand somebody at that level of a new business that you're going to buy? How important would that be to you?
I would say it's critical because this way you understand how or what motivate somebody, and so how you can come to an agreement or create a contract, or you know anyway, in terms of your negotiations, how you can get on the same page with both people, so each person walks away satisfied and happy.
Awesome. And as a business owner, you could literally formulate the seats on the bus and put the right people in the right seat that are highly motivated to do the things they need to do from that seat, correct?
Yes, I have a situation right now that is going to, something like this would be very helpful,
Awesome.
especially because I'm working with a seller who is an engineer, so
Yeah.
he's very specific in what he wants and
Hmm.
what he thinks.
Hmm.
As many engineers are, they have this mindset that they know probably more than they really do, but they know a lot about a lot of things, and they're very detail oriented.
Right.
So I've got this engineer's got a very good company he's put together,
Hmm.
but I've got some challenges ahead of me to be able to solve the problems that he sees in terms of being able to let go of his business.
Right. Awesome. Fantastic. So this discovery you could absolutely use to discover. And again, how long did this take you to fill out?
Well, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes maybe.
15,
I,
20
I
minutes.
started overthinking a few of the questions. It's like, yeah, no, just stop. You know, just answer it.
So
And it's like, okay, wait a minute. I've answered this question 7 times, but in 6 different ways.
yeah. Yeah, and it's revalidating, right? So the
Yeah,
algorithm actually works because you've just validated that this describes you to a T, right?
it did. I mean, there's plenty of situations that's like, well, I resonate with this, and that has nothing to do with what I'm about.
Awesome, fantastic. So again, I think taking the discovery like this could literally help you save immense amounts of time, especially if you're meeting or working with a new team or organization, or as you're doing buying a business. It usually takes months, if not sometimes years, to understand somebody deeply. You could literally understand somebody in about 15 minutes, correct?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah,
Awesome,
you definitely
fantastic.
can.
So, Donald, I want to thank you for your time today. I'm glad you got value from this today. You got value, I'm hoping.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Oh,
absolutely value, especially that one pager that you just put up there, because I that will get incorporated into my site. One of the things I'm trying to do is, put up my why and really kind of get clear on that. Some of
hmm,
the things, because I'm ADT, which is probably part of that personality that we've just gone through.
right.
And everything I have to restrain myself from shiny object syndrome.
Hmm.
Because something wants to pull me off in that direction because it's new and shiny and oh, it's wonderful. And you know but gaining focus and understanding my why is and why I do things the way I do is very important.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Donald. Appreciate your time today. We're going to send all of this information over to you, and I'm sure you're going to use it throughout everything that you're about to do.
Absolutely. Well, Andrew, thank you. I'd like to get on your books at some point to have additional conversations with yourself, and see how I might be able to help with exit hunters.
Awesome. Fantastic. Love to talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you so much. You've got to go. You've got 5 o'clock sharp. So
Talk
I
to you
will let
soon.
you
Thank you,
run.
Donald.